Welcome back to part 2 of the Django 1.8 to Django 1.11 upgrade video. To start this video, I'm gonna show you what our current application that we are about to upgrade is all about. So this is a basic ticket management application where you can sign up, sign in, create a ticket, and comment on a ticket. Not more, not less. It's a very simple application. So if you have a Django application and you're trying to get it upgraded, don't get spoiled by saying this guy on YouTube did it in 20 minutes or so. It's a very simple application. Your application might be much more complicated and your mileage may definitely vary. Also, my application does not have that many requirements. I'm basically very self-sufficient, only requiring Django. All right. First things first, I need to create a super user and I need to go here. Manage py, create super user. This is true. I'm gonna show you the syncdb command I talked about. Migrate, and would you like to create a super user? Yes. My super user is going to be called super user. There we go. That was syncdb, migrate and create super user. And we're just gonna log in into the admin backend here, see what's going on in here, just so you see the admin backend in action before we upgrade it. It's very unfancy. All right, I'm not gonna show you around here. There's just basic Django admin stuff, nothing special. Ticket management app. We are going to sign up with my name and my email and a password. It's not my actual password, by the way. There we go. We're logged in. We can create a ticket, upgrade this app, and I'm gonna just assign it to me, and I can create a comment, and I can edit the comment, the ticket. That's all the app can do. Very basic app. Okay. To start with, we're gonna have to add the -wd flag. I'm doing this here in PyCharm. Any other IDE might work, or worst case, you can just do it in your console. Just a side note, my slides were slightly wrong. This is a uppercase W, not a lowercase w, so add the -wd flag basically. What this does is it basically does this. It does Python manage py run -wd run server. You could just do that as well. I just prefer this to be done in PyCharm. Okay, this should print a ton of errors now, but it doesn't. Very simple reason why, because the basic stuff of our application doesn't do anything that's being breaking for Django 1.9. So let's refresh the page. And there we already got something. Removed in Django 1.10 warning. Render must be called with a dictionary, not a context. If we click here, we're just seeing this, and this is like a Django function. It's render to string, which is a shortcut function that's being used somewhere in our app, probably in our main view. No, in fact, we are using the render function here, but this is something you can take a look at the release notes, and you will find out that you're no longer supposed to give a request context into your render function with Django 1.10. It's some miles to go, I mean, Django 1.10, but yeah, but it's definitely something that will break. We will have to click around to find more of these issues, so we're just going to do that a little bit, see what's happening when we click around the application. There's no new errors other than like the context thing. It looks like our application is okay as far as I can tell, so shouldn't be any bigger issues for now. Maybe with the registration process, but yeah. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say I want to have Django 1.9 dot star. This will install Django 1.9, which is an insecure release, by the way. I cannot stress this out enough. Don't do this on your staging or live environment. Only do this locally. Um, while uninstalling, reinstalling, your Django server will crash. Just restart your Django server. There we go. Oh, and we now do get a hell of a ton of a hell, whatever, more warnings just by starting the server without accessing the page. For instance, it will tell us that something is being removed in Django 2.0. I mean, it's a long way to go, but maybe we should take a look at it. Also, your app may not work properly. You have unapplied migrations. Something has happened. It's also very good to see. So we're gonna not run server. We already have a server running. We're gonna run migrate, and we are seeing that something has changed in the admin panel, and something has changed with something with the authentication model. Okay, nothing fancy. Let's take a look at the errors we're getting here. These are quite interesting. On delete will be a required argument for foreign key in Django 2.0. Set it to models.cascade on models and in existing migrations if you want to maintain default behavior. That's what I said earlier. We will have to set on delete in all of our models. So to start with, we're just going to take a look at all the models we have. The main model we are using is in the tickets app, and it's the ticket model. Surprise. It has a created by flag that links to the off user model, and this one just needs an on delete models.cascade. This is the default behavior. It will just get rid of the warning in the tickets models. Actually, you can click here in that list and it will tell you where it is. So the same we have for comment. A comment will need the on delete. I'm just gonna set it to models.cascade. And same is true for, didn't I just fix this? Didn't I? Oh yeah, I did already fix that. It did come up twice for whatever reason. I don't know. However, these on delete warnings, you will also get them in your migration files, and that's a nasty one. I hate the Django guys for this, but it absolutely has to be done. I understand why it has been done. I'm allowed to hate them. It's a public, uh, it's an opinion. Don't make it too serious. I love them too. They're doing good work. But that models.foreign key for our ticket model, it's also in the migrations file, and you have to edit your migrations file. If you do not edit your migrations file after doing changes to your model, you will end up having mismatch between your migrations and your models. That's part one. But part two is this error about models.foreign key is not going to go away. Even if it's a migration that you've already executed, it's not going to go away. So take a look at the field. In this case, it's created by, that's the field we edited here. And take a look if it says on delete in here. If it doesn't, you will have to add on delete. So on delete equals models dot cascade. This needs to be the same as in your models file. Okay, we're gonna have this issue as well in the comments app for created by. Be careful with all the brackets and other stuff in here to not break anything. This is really a critical part of your application. And also I just noticed we also have our ticket. Our ticket obviously also needs to have this on delete cascade on the comment. So this would be here. Oh, I already had on delete cascade for the ticket in here. This is a special case now. So even if you specified models.foreign key with on delete models.cascade, it is not said that with Django 1.8 that the comment migration, this is this one, will have the ticket foreign key, like will have this, it just won't, because it's the default value. They're assuming it's there, so you will have to do it. And let's see, our application should now have less warnings. I'm just going to restart it for clarity here. Yep, all the warnings about on delete missing have been removed. So we're now having warnings about passing a free tuple to django.conf.urls.include is deprecated. That is happening here. Okay, this basically wants us to have namespace equals admin, for instance, here. No, it doesn't. Bollocks. Okay. Learning as we do. Passing a free tuple to django.conf.urls include is deprecated. Pass a two-tuple containing the list of patterns and app name. Oh, I just, this needs to be here. No? Okay. This is the typical error. It's good that it happens. How to approach such an error? Like, what the hell is going on? What am I doing wrong, right? I really don't know it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna say Django 1.11 admin. And you'll get the docs of the Django page. Make sure you're at the right version, like even if you Googled for it, it's not there. And take a look at URL patterns and take a look at what they're telling you to do here. So this is for 1.11, obviously. Maybe we should take a look at 1.9, if this is the same. Yep, take a look. Admin.site.urls no longer needs to be wrapped with include. That is the issue that we have here. Ta-da! And it works. That was painful. This is the way it goes. You will have to look things up. I don't know them at all. So what to do next? Specifying a namespace in include without providing an app name is deprecated. Set the app name attribute in the included module or pass a two-tuple containing the list of patterns and app name instead. I recommend that you specify the application name. So you will have to go to your tickets.authentication.urls, and I think it's just called app name. And this app is called authentication. It's basically this app, and we are one warning down. So go back, check the next one, tickets. The tickets app is called tickets. I don't know why they did that, to be fair. I think this is overhead. Let's do the same for comments. And last but not least, the same for our core URLs. I mean, realistically, this is just more code I need to write. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, all our deprecation warnings are gone. Let's check out the page. And the page is still working. This is good. We didn't break things. We're still getting the warning about the render function within Django. So this is not even us, I guess. This is the render to string function. Let's take a look if we're using render to string anywhere. No, we're not using it at all. So you will get some false positives. You can ignore them. You're not running with -WD all the time anyway. You're just doing it when you're upgrading. Let's see. Let's create a new ticket. See if that still works. Yeah, I can still create a comment. That also works. Okay. I'm just gonna say we fixed everything for Django 1.9. Let's go ahead and install 1.10 and see what breaks. Again, our Django server will crash, so I'm just gonna stop it until the installation of Django 1.10 is done. And it's done. And we're reloading. Come on. Come on, my friend. There we go. And we're being greeted by a removed in Django 2.0 error or warning. Importing from Django.core URL resolvers is deprecated in favor of Django.urls. Well, this is something I've already announced. It's no longer Django.core.url resolvers, it's Django.urls. If you need the reverse function, it's right there. Do we have it? Yeah, we have got it several times. Django.urls. Django.urls. I think the warning is only printed once, so you have to make sure. Let's refresh. You have to make sure to reload the server all the time. Okay. Now we're only getting one warning here, and it's telling us the old style middleware using settings.middleware classes is deprecated. That's in our settings file. I'm gonna close all those things. So let's take a look at our settings file. There we go. In our settings file, we have a list of middleware. It's called middleware classes. This is Django's old style middleware, like the session middleware. And they've updated them to be a little better. And we would have to write middleware here. I think it's middleware, or is it middlewares? No, it's middleware. However, if you have a custom middleware, like my store request middleware here, you will end up getting an error. The error will be unhandled exception in thread started by some weird function, some garbage code, some middleware. Okay, it has something to do with middleware, but what the hell? It doesn't say what it's having to do with the middleware. It is your custom middleware. This could also be a third-party plugins middleware that needs to be upgraded. And it's actually very simple. It's really not rocket science. You can upgrade any middleware within seconds. I'm just gonna say it like that. It's really easy. So this is a tickets.core.middlewares that's here. .store request middleware. This is my middleware, and it's an object. Now there's two possible ways to approach this. The first one is there is a mixing for it. If you looked closely when I click, I cannot control click. Cool. If you look closely when we open the session middleware, it looks the same. It has an init method and it has a middleware mixin. This middleware mixin can be used. You can literally just say middleware mixin here, and you will have to import it from Django.utils.deprecation. And there we go, here it is. And your middleware is almost good. You will have to write this init method here to store the get response. I think it's just that. There we go. You're good. Golden. This works, but it might not work forever. And if you take a look at what the middleware mixin does, it implements the call method and it checks, does your middleware have a process request, and call process request and get the response and process response and return. This is essentially what the new middleware style looks like. I actually just see we don't even need to write this init method here. I think it works without the init method. Yep, the mixin provides the init method. Now you can do it like this, or you write your init method. You remove this object that is mixin here, and you write your call method. And we will have to take a look at Django 1.11 middleware. Again, make sure you're at the right version of the docs. And the middleware needs to do this. This is what a middleware looks like. So process request is what we do before we get the response. Actually, I forgot the parameters here. This is the parameters of the call function. There we go. This is set current request. This is what we do in process request. So this is what we do here. And when we're done with the request, with the response, when we got the response, we're doing this, and we're just removing process request and process response. It just gets transferred. This gets put here, and this gets put here. It's really that simple to write that middleware, or you just use your middleware mixin. Okay, I also just noticed we have one unapplied migration, which we are going to apply. Typing is key. And there we go, auto username max life. That's one of the things I talked about in the last video. Okay, we are almost there. Let's take a quick look through this application. Oh, our application seems to not work anymore. This is absolutely possible. We just broke something. I don't know what it is, but we broke it. We need to look at the stack trace. It will tell us that we broke something in the render function in here, like in the render function. What is the error? Dictionary expected 1 argument and we got 2. Okay. We've got 2 more deprecation warnings here as well, but let's just try to fix this error. I don't know what is going on. So this is absolutely normal. You will get issues that you don't know what's going on. This is in our core function. We're just calling the render method and we're rendering a template with a certain context. Now I know that request context or context in special are no longer available like this, and to fix it we would have to remove the class context and just use this as a normal dictionary. This is our context dictionary, so it's being updated here and it's being passed here. Maybe it fixes it for us. Yes. So not always do those errors work properly, unfortunately. Anyway, we can remove the import for context as well. I'm not sure why we just didn't get the deprecation warning here, but we fixed it. Okay, 2 more things we've got in here. User is authenticated is no longer a method, it is a property. Remove the parentheses. That's what I told you in the video, just remove the parentheses. It is now a property. Done. Refresh. No more warnings. We can probably just click through everything again, see if any new warnings appear. Apparently, I'm not getting logging now. Oh god. I get logged now. Okay, we just clicked here. We might have the same issue, this stupid dictionary issue here, where we render a context and it's a request context. We no longer need to do that with Django 1.10. We just remove the whole request context thing. Honestly, just remove request context from your imports and fix all import errors. You can remove the request here. It's automatically passed to the render function, and that should be it. Requests. Any more request contexts here? Okay. Refresh. It works. I can edit again. Can I write a comment? Yes, I can write a comment. Can I sign in? No, I cannot sign in. The same issue. We need to fix it. Another form of request context. Honestly, just Control click find all instances of request context and remove them. And this is just manual labor. It's stupid, but this is the way you upgrade to a new version of the framework. They break things to make things better. All right, I can log in again. I can log out, and I can sign up. Probably should use a different email. I can sign up. Everything is fine. Good. Now, last but not least, I know this video is getting longer and longer. We're gonna upgrade to Django 1.11 and see what breaks. Gonna kill the server. Please wait. And we're done. Now waiting for PyCharm to figure out that we're done. Come on. Okay, let's start the server. Whoa, no deprecation warnings. Welcome to the ticket system. Let's do a full sign up. Yes. Sign up works. Let's do a login. Works. Let's create a ticket and assign it to somebody. Let's create a comment and let's edit the ticket and assign it to somebody else. And in progress. Oh, it works. Apparently, I'm again not getting logging. This is something that might be because of my logging setup here. I've set this up for Django 1.8, so I'm getting some logging, especially this Django request log. So I'm just going to remove the logging here, see if it helps getting logging output again. Yeah, there we go. I don't know, Django 1.8 had no proper logging, so you had to add it. And Django 1.11 has better logging now. Last but not least, I promised you a quick view at the admin panel. It does look different here already. And now just take a look at that compared to the one at the beginning of the video. It looks so much better. All right. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, please write them in the comments. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Consider subscribing. Go ahead and look at the links in the video description. I've linked the GitHub repository for this video or for this little application, and also my personal blog. And yeah, that's it. Thanks and see you next time.